What's your first thought when thinking about Japan? Tokyo. Their flag? Actually. Sushi. Japanese cherry trees in the spring. Ramen. Anime. Samurai. Impeccable woodworking. Musical notes, musical notes, musical notes, long long man. Exclamation mark. Musical notes, musical notes, musical notes, musical notes. Hello Kitty and Hank Hill's Japanese half-brother, Junichiro, from King of the Hill. Meticulous craftsmanship. They are very skilled and take a lot of pride in how things are done. Source. I've owned cameras and musical instruments built in Japan and they are absolutely stunning. Nintendo. Food yummy. Pokémon. Godzilla. Social responsibility. When I was there I was amazed how clean and safe it was and how everyone just did what was expected of them. Someone saw trash on the ground. They picked it up. They had a bad assigned seat at the cinema and there are other open seats. They stayed where they were. As a whole, I view Japan as a place where people have pride in their country, jobs, community, and they always abide by social rules. Drifting. I saw an article with a picture of koi fish swimming through the ditches and that's immediately what comes to mind now. Bullet Train. The song, I'm Turning Japanese, by the Vapors. Japao aka Japan powder skiing, riding. Hiroshima. Hot spas, anime, ramen, and war crime denial. Karate. Pokémon. Shohei Ohtani baseball. Jav. Mount Fuji. Pikachu. Awesome and reliable cars. Clean. Heard people usually don't throw shit on the ground and actually take their trash home, which is really cool of them. Tech. Clean country. Animation. Sushi. Seniority. Samurai. Come on and slam. And welcome to Japan. Honda. Bukkake. Beautiful scenery. Only seen pictures of Japan but would like to visit some of the natural areas someday. Hiroshima. The most polite people I've ever had the chance to work with. Osaka and Kobe-su clean and tidy. Go if you have the chance. Unit 731. Lots of neon signage and cute anime characters and young ladies dressing up in odd fashions. Manga. Anime. Honda. Anime and perverts. Hentai. WW2 War Crimes. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Seiko. The Yamato. Japanese whiskey. Tentacles. Amazing food. Suicide Forest. Lost in Translation. Rape of Nanking. Fish. Mosaic blur. Mostly images of their foliage and scenery. Ramen. Ooh, tasty tasty ramen. Ninjas. I want to go to there. Crimes against humanity that they refuse to acknowledge. Even today. Edit. Meant to say, even to this day, that they refuse to acknowledge. They're not still committing them. War crimes. Nanjing Massacre. Unit 731. The best vacations of my life. Tidy. Not fat. Low crime. Repressed. Weirdest game shows ever. Pearl Harbor. Mikasa Ackerman. Overly obsessed Westerners to be 100% honest. The amazing experiences we had visiting. JAV. There's this park in Osaka. I don't remember the name. Beautiful park with walking paths through native trees and such. And walking through, this old man sitting at a bench says, in English, American? Single quote. I nod. And he asks if he can practice his English. We spent about half an hour talking about Osaka. Restaurants, bars, shrines, things to do, etc. At the end, he thanked me, and I thanked him in Japanese. He smiles and says, "You need practice. Single quote. 4 weeks I was there. With friends. And I swear that was the hardest. I laughed the whole time. Literally, every time Japan comes up, this pops into my brain. Gwen Stefani. S. Tentacle sex. Tentacles. The time my GF and now wife went there. No fancy phones back then. I remember searching for a special ramen restaurant with her for hours. Taking maps to stores. Getting pointed to where to go. Totally stressed out when we finally found it and got in line. A waiter was walking the line and passing out menus. More stress as I'd have to figure out the menu. Waiter says in perfect US accented English, "Here is the English menu." Big laugh and good times. Great ramen too. Tentacles. 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 Yoko. Just kidding. Skin. People referring to each other by their surnames and adding the honorifics at the end like San. Chan-kun. Their culture. I want to see how much we are alike and what make us different. Umami. Beautiful temples and historic architecture. Sushi. Honda. Acura. Honda. The sickest cars. Godzilla. Skiing powder. For some reason. A castle in Kyoto. I guess that's because one of my earliest contacts with Japan was with a Muppet Babies episode, where Little Miss Piggy went to one. Lol, I'm not really sure. Also Yokohama. I'd love to visit that city someday.